Hello. A few days ago, I had an exclusive interview with Reed Stewart, and he said some stuff about Jake Trzynski that didn't make him that happy. So here today to defend himself is Jake Trzynski. Hello, Jake. How have you been?
I've been good.
Pretty good.
Quite swell, yeah.
Now, what was your reaction when you saw the Reed start talking about you on the July 25th interview?
I felt like I was being attacked, and I had no way to defend myself, almost. So I guess I'm here to present my rebuttal and talk to you about why Reed was so vicious.
Okay, do you think Reed was on drugs during the interview on July 25th?
Definitely. I've talked to him outside of the media, I guess.
What did he say?
He's just not as, I don't know, as like attack worthy, or he's not very mean outside.
Okay, Jake, I want to talk about when Reed said in the interview that if he was in Voyage of the Mimi, he would have showed you up like a little girl and had 1 million views. What do you say on that?
At the time, Reed, he was kind of messed up on some stuff. He not like insane like he used to be, but enough drugs to make him, say such mean things and over exaggerate his acting abilities.
Mm-hmm. What about when he called you a big doucher?
That kind of hit me. I was kind of surprised Reed would say such a thing. Because, he and I have known each other for a long time.
I want to stop you right there. What about when he talked about behind the scenes at Tetris 4 when he said that you were mean, wouldn't answer his question about human flesh or favorite color or dog breed?
Okay, honestly, that is all crap. Because he knows my favorite color, my favorite dog breed, and how I like my human flesh prepared. It's sauteed, okay?
Alright, what about
he knows that.
What about the fight caught on camera between you two?
That was for acting purposes only.
Well, according to Reed, it was not acting purposes, and that you really fought him. Now let's take a look at the fight scene between you and Reed in Tetris 4.
Guitar Hero. Wait, Tetris. No, you were that guy that loves Tetris. No. No. Yes. No. We have to me. No. No. Come on. No. We have to go back downstairs. No. Help me, cameraman. No. I gotta play. Jake, bless you. Suck it up. You still have 6 more months to go.
Okay, I think I want to ask you. After I showed Reed Stewart that fight, he said that you were a dirty fighter and that everybody who saw that clip could tell that you were a dirty fighter.
Okay, that was one of my darker times. I wasn't very proud of that, and since this is an interview, I guess I have to be honest. I was doing some drugs. Reed and I were both getting blazed up, like, every night.
But in the interview I had with Reed, I said to the world that you were clean and were on no drugs whatsoever.
You said that?
I told him that in the interview, and he believed me.
Well, good, because he's covering that up pretty well.
I am shocked. I am very, very shocked. Alright, I'll stop right there for a little bit. Okay. Jake, let's wrap up this interview right now. Would you ever consider doing another movie with Reed?
I would. But he would have to, clean up his act a little bit, get rid of the drugs in his life, maybe go to rehab for a while.
Now what about, if you had the choice, would you do a solo movie or a movie with Reed?
Well, it's all about the money, I would do a solo for about maybe like $35,000, and one with Reid, I'd have to bump that up to maybe like $75,000.
Reid said he'd do any other movie but Tetris for 20, and then do Tetris movie for $50,000.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, Alec. Reid's acting abilities aren't as phenomenal as mine, so I guess it's kind of, he's not used to rolling in the high money, so he has to lower his standards a little bit, go for smaller ones.
So you're saying that you're a better actor than Reid. You're saying that you're a better actor than Reid.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we learned today that Jake did do drugs during his interview, or during a movie, and that he thinks he's a better actor than Reid. Well, Jake, thank you for coming out. Okay. Well, we will see you next time. Hello. Is it okay if I chew gum while
No.
I'm filming, Alec.
Oh, hello. Hello. A few days ago, I had an exclusive interview with Reid Stewart, and here's Jake to defend himself. Point the camera to Jake!
Woo!
Hello. A few days ago, I had an exclusive interview with the Reid Stewart. He says some accusations. Gotta be kidding me, Jake. Let's get
Look. There it is. The little battery thing. Ow.
No.